Very much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that caller seems to feel
She gets
very
it.
much as you do. Well, you'd only be able to live in, at this point in, in Massachusetts, right?
Massachusetts, Vermont.
Massachusetts, Vermont, where my mom actually lives and brags about it all the time. That,
They do have honor gay marriage.
yeah, it was actually the first state in the United States to honor
Yes,
gay marriage
that
if it was
the
done
one.
outside
It was
of the
like
United
2004,
States.
I think.
Yeah, and then Massachusetts actually legalized gay marriage, and then Vermont did it, I think, last year or the year
Yes.
before. So Vermont is a very accepting state, which I found kind of weird
Yeah.
at first, but I love it because that's where mom lives. So
I think one of the most ironic states would be Iowa.
yeah,
Iowa happened last year. We were like, Iowa, what up? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, well, out of names.
yeah,
Vermont was the volunteer state. No, was it? Maybe that was Tennessee. I don't know. But anyway, it's always known for hardy individualism.
right.
And so to permit gay marriages there certainly shows that they've come around in big time. I mean, the folks have.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got to say God bless them for sticking their necks out, because any
Yeah.
politician that advocates anything along this line usually receives all kinds of a battering from his political enemies.
Right.
Because it's an easy pick, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, we know that we have the people being beaten up and also killed. I mean, just for the fact that they're
Yeah, it's
gay
sad.
all around the country, it's outrageous.
Yeah, it's sad.
Tell me, you know, one of the two things that the governor did bring, governor candidate also ran down 2-1, did point out was he claimed that the gays were trying to brainwash the youth. Secondly, he commented on the parades where people are undressed and in a kind of garish costume and prancing. What do you think of those parades? The ones where they really just go all out, like in New York.
I mean,
I feel like they're necessary.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
There are parades for everything, so
Yeah,
why
right,
shouldn't
so
there
why
be
can we
a
have a
parade
parade?
for this?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I personally don't dress like that, but I feel
Yeah.
it's about who the person is and who they want to
Yeah.
be. So if
Exactly.
they want to walk around the street in a parade in just
Yeah.
some sequin underwear, have fun.
Do what you got to do. You do what you
I
got to do.
personally wouldn't do it, but
Yeah, well, you wouldn't wear a jock strap.
nope, no, I would
I
not
mean-
be walking around in a jockstrap.
We're all
Okay.
the same in the end, you know?
We got a couple of calls. You want to take another call?
Of
Absolutely.
course.
Good morning, caller. You're on.
Good morning, Reed. How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, this is Chris Byrne. I'm up to Fredonia today.
Oh, okay. What's happening in Fredonia now?
Transfer visit. I'm going from JCC up here to Fredonia.
Oh, how
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
Yeah, you do.
Education.
Good choice.
Well, we have an organization for you.
That's my question. I was just wondering how they go into the college, but I'll let you talk about that. I
Yeah.
just wanted to let you know that I'm up here and that Fredonia is a really nice place to go.
Well, I should know.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I graduated there. My wife graduated there. We met there. My son graduated. Daughter graduated. Great grandmother graduated. I'm telling you,
Family.
we're rolling in it, and it's been listed again year after year as the top university for its size in the United States. You
It is.
can't
Yeah,
beat it.
it's amazing.
It's phenomenal.
It's a great
That little
school.
beautiful university of what is it? 5,000 or
It's,
so?
I think
About
it's a little over
5,000.
5,000
Yeah.
now.
More.
but-
Yeah, it was 800 when I went there.
Oh, Lord.
And speaking of,
Reed, that's back when it was only like one building, one-room schoolhouse.
yeah.
I'll
well,
let you talk about that. You have fun.
about the what?
I'll let you talk about their integration with the college.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I want to talk about is how I went into Fredonia. I indicated an interest in it, having just left another university. I went to 9 overall, but I finally wound up at Fredonia and got my degree there. And they said, would you mind if we visited you to talk to you about Fredonia? And I said, sure. So I pulls this car, and I'm sitting in, it's a nice summer day in my mother's home here in Westfield. And this guy gets out, accompanied by a gorgeous, smashing blonde, gorgeous woman.
Amen.
And they came up, and she the first thing she pointed out to me is that it was 4-1 females.
Yeah.
Now, how do you like that? For getting a guy to go to Fredonia. Just like that, I signed on the dotted line.
I want it. I would have like, okay.
But that's a civil case of using sexuality, I think, and meaningfully for a good cause, whatever. All right, go on. Yeah, I interrupted you, Carol. I know you were trying to say something, but you've forgotten by now. Go ahead. Thank you,
I
caller.
don't even know.
He wanted to talk about the administration's attitude toward the gay club.
Oh,
That's really supportive.
yeah, they are really supportive. The vice president, David Herman, is amazing. Oh my gosh, we had some issues earlier this year with residence halls.
Yes.
And miscommunication with the resident halls, like administration.
Yeah.
And their residents. And when he found out, he was really upset that we didn't go to him first. He is highly involved in all the multicultural groups. But our administration is great. Our Safe Zone committee is huge. The people that go to the meeting, there's maybe like 10, but the actual Safe Zone committee is a huge portion of the faculty and staff on the campus. It's amazing.
How about Hoffman? How does he go toward your president?
He's pretty good about it. He doesn't really...
I have him on every year.
And he's a busy
he talks
guy.
about the university and what's going on and the fact that cutting your funding like crazy.
He seems to genuinely care, though.
Right, he does. He cares about the students, and he cares about what they want. So, I mean, he's pretty accepting as well. Like, I think we're so fortunate in our schooling with everyone we have in the administration, how just accepting they are and loving they are towards the students, and they want what's best for the students. And I think that's great.
Well, that shows an enlightenment that is obviously one of the reasons I went to Fredonia. It was really a very, very enlightened school. And I don't like to use the word liberal or anything because that's not necessarily what we're talking about. But they do accept other lifestyles, among other things. And it's a wonderful school. Very arty school, too, I might add.
Yes,
Really great
very,
school.
Very much so.
Yeah. I went there myself, I know. I was quite involved in the art department. I enjoyed it very much. And one of my professors there was an original founder of Libre, which is a huge commune out in Colorado, which is dedicated to the arts.
Cool.
All geodomes, I might add. Okay, we're with a representative of the gay and lesbian and bi and group over in Fredonia. They are the president and vice president of Pride Alliance, Carolyn Laurenzi, president, Kim Kresner, vice president. And we're just talking in general, rattling along about questions of the community, the fact that many people are anti-gay, which is a sadness, but there are many people who are very much accepting, and especially the university at Fredonia.
Yes.
You seem to feel very comfortable with Fredonia.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
So,
I
very
cannot
much so.
imagine myself anywhere else.
I don't think I could go anywhere else.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, especially when you do hit up against brick walls often, and at this point you've got a soft landing spot. It's the people there are really caring, and of course you have a majority there.
That helps.
We're taking over.
Spreading.
So at any rate, what do you think the future is for a gay marriage? What do you think?
Ideally tomorrow, that'd be great.
I know.
Well, it'd be wonderful, I know, from your viewpoint, but if they did do it tomorrow, but at this point it seems to be, I don't know, the states seem to be shooting it down wherever they can, for some reason.
I think eventually it will happen. When, I'm not sure, but I think eventually it will be nationwide. I don't see how it can't.
We've definitely come a lot farther than we have in the years past.
Right.
I think like in the matter of like the last like 10 or so years, we have at least 7 states, and that's a big deal. Like, I mean, 7 might not seem like a lot, but it's a lot for us. New York actually, it recognizes same-sex marriage.
Do they?
It
Yeah.
recognizes
Well, that's news to me. I
So
didn't realize
if you
that.
get married outside of the state,
So you go to Vermont and get married.
yeah,
you go
so
to
you
Vermont,
can
get
come back
married,
and you
considered
get the
married.
rights,
Right.
Which is phenomenal. I mean, it would be ideal if you could just get married here, because travel costs and stuff.
Right. But essentially it's the same thing, since you are married and you're getting all the same rights right here.
Right, exactly.
But politicians just haven't got the spunk to go out and go for it. you
Yeah,
know?
I think it'll happen. I know a lot of politicians are working
Eventually.
for it, and there are organizations to fight to get the rights. There's Fight Back New York, which is one, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
People like Alec Baldwin have done videos for it to promote, same-sex marriage, because it doesn't matter whether you're gay or not. If he wanted to marry another man, he can't, because it's illegal, and it doesn't matter whether or not he actually is gay. It's just the fact that he can't do it.
Yeah, that's an outrage, I think. But again, I'm one person. My opinion doesn't count. And again, I'm not gay. I'm not necessarily concerned about the future of the gay relationships, but I feel that it's an illegal or unconstitutional thing when they simply
Right.
can bar certain people from getting married. Who, again, it's a matter of legal privilege. I mean,
Right,
not really
exactly.
legal rights, I might add.
I think if you're an ally,
Uh-huh.
you're a part of the community.
Yeah.
And I think that
You're
if-
either against us or with us, right?
Exactly. You are a part of the community,
Uh-huh.
and if it affects one of us, it affects all of us.
Right.
And people, I think when they start realizing that this is indeed a human rights issue, that human beings they're missing out on so many rights, even not just with marriage, with all these other rights too. It's just ridiculous. And I think that when we bring it right down to humanity, that's when people will start realizing, oh,
Right.
you know, they'll hit that moment where it's like, oh, this isn't a gay issue, this is a human issue,
Right.
you know?
Exactly. Because we're all people, and I think that's what should be emphasized.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What'll probably be the last question. We're running down on time here. How about gay unions, married or not? Do they last? How lasting are they? How do they compare to regular marriages or unions now?
I think it just depends on the person or the couple. I mean,
Right.
it's the same situation as heterosexual couples. It just depends on who you are.
Do
Right.
you think
Exactly.
the statistics would probably roam about the same?
Yeah.
Right. I know personally we have a few faculty members who have been with their partners for years.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's adorable.
It is. It's great. And I mean, especially one of the dance teachers, she's been with her partner for I don't even know how long, to the point where they just know everything about each other. I mean, even
Like an old married couple.
yeah,
Essentially,
basically,
there you go.
exactly. They're an old
It's
married
the same
couple.
thing.
But you know, even in the younger couples, like gay couples break up just like straight couples break
Exactly.
up. And our friends have been dating for over 2 years
Yeah.
now, and they've just been committed to each other. So I think it really depends on the people, not so much their sexual orientation.
And I think that people, when it comes to gay relationships, they focus too much on the fact that it's sexual.
I'm just getting this noise. We're out of here. I'll give you 30 seconds to close off. Finish up. Finish up. This is your final word.
So a lot of people focus on the fact that homosexual relationships are they're sexual, when really they don't realize that they have the capability to be in loving, committed relationships, and they want to get married. Like
Okay.
I want to get married. So I think again, when we bring it right down to it's a human issue that we are literally all the same people. Some of us just would prefer to sleep with somebody else. They would prefer to marry somebody else. They would prefer to date somebody else.
Thank you very much.
So-
I appreciate you coming, Kim Grenzer and Carolyn Laurenzi. What do you want to say? Close off.
Oh.
Join the club. Carolyn.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. It's a matter of who you love. There's a quote by the actress Megan Mullally, it doesn't matter who you love, it's that you love. And I think that's a huge thing that America needs to learn.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you showing up and talking a little bit about this, get a little insight into it. And if anybody wanted to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
They can email us.
Yes.
You could email me personally, since I am kind of the
Okay.
contact
You
person.
got a simple email?
Yeah, it's laur7787@fredonia.edu.
Okay, fine, fredonia.edu. I want to thank all the people that are out there. Sorry, caller, we didn't get you on, but that's the way it is. Maybe we'll do it again soon, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe as soon as they announce gay marriage. Chuck, I want to thank Chuck Kelsey, who's done everything, built this huge, wonderful studio with the help of Devin Taylor and all the wonderful people out there, Chris Burt, Chris Ramaker, Mort Flexer, Randy Burt, Jeff Zook, Don Zenz, who's right here doing the cameras with a friend of his. May all that is proud and true and noble abide with you. Invite someone to Thanksgiving who wouldn't ordinarily be there. I'm Reed Powers.